So you're looking to breed guppies, but you're not quite sure where to get started. Well, you're in luck, because in today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I breed my guppies and how I've been doing this for the past 5 years. Guppies are one of the best fish out there for beginners, and they're so easy to take care of and breed in the aquarium hobby. Now, I made a video like this about a year ago, and it was a pretty good video. I gave you guys a lot of useful information, but I thought I might as well just update it and make it a little bit better. So guppies are one of the best fish out there for beginners, and this is just because they are so easy to take care of and so easy to breed in the aquarium hobby. Now, guppies don't really need any specific water parameters, but they do like a pH a little bit higher than neutral. So keeping these guys at about 7 or 8 is generally good, and these guys don't really need any special care. You can literally chuck them in a bucket with water and they'll be fine. Now, feeding guppies is pretty easy too. They take a wide range of foods. I feed mine a mix of bloodworms and flakes, but you can feed these guys just flakes. You can feed these guys live foods, brine shrimp, anything you want, and these guys will definitely thrive for you. Now, breeding guppies is also easy too. All you have to do is chuck them in an aquarium and they will breed by themselves. They are super, super easy to take care of. Now, these are like the iron fish of like the aquarium hobby. These are so easy to take care of. Guppies come in a wide range of different colours, and this is the thing that makes them so appealing for a bunch of aquarium hobbyists. There are quite a few pure strains of guppies that you can get nowadays, and down in the bottom tank here I have some red tuxedos, and these are quite a beautiful guppy. I enjoy keeping these a lot. And yeah, you can get a wide range of different kinds of guppies, and you can just mix them up and just make, you know, like a rainbow tank, or you can pure breed guppies. It's pretty easy to do that too. But yeah, so we've talked about feeding and we've talked about what you need. So you need a heater in your aquarium because these are tropical fish. So these will need about 24 to 26 degrees. I keep mine at, and I think that's like 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what I do for mine. When guppies defecate, the waste turns into ammonia and nitrates, and these aren't good for your aquarium. They're actually very toxic for the fish. So having plants in the aquarium is very useful for getting rid of these toxic chemicals, and it's very helpful because it looks really, really appealing. So I keep mine in a planted aquarium, but you don't have to do that. You can just get some ornaments in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these guys. Breeding, just get them in there with a heater, a filter. I just use a sponge filter to take care of them. Yeah, heater, filter. A pH of 7 to 8 will do very well, and a temperature of around 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or like 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Like literally just something warm, and 24 to 26 degrees I keep mine at Celsius. Yeah, just some decorations in there and these guys will be fine. Now, breeding these guys is super fun and super rewarding. Pretty much what you'll do is you'll get your guppies and you'll put them in there with a ratio of 1 male to 2 females, and this is just because males will always pursue the females and like drive them insane. So in order to stop these guys from stressing out so much, stressing the females out too much, it's good to have 2 females to every male, just so that one's always having a bit of a break while the male's chasing the other. So you chuck them in there, and the golden time for these guys to have babies is about 22 days. So within 22 days of putting them into an aquarium, as long as you've got a male and a female in there, there will be babies. Now, the way you can tell a male from a female is males are generally much smaller and longer, and they also have something on the bottom of them called a gonopodium. And now this is quite easy to tell. You can tell the difference between a male and a female quite easily in a guppy just by looking at them. Males also have lots more color than females. So as you can see here, the females are quite a dull, not as vibrant looking fish, and the males show a lot more color and have nice long fins and beautiful colors. So females also have something called a gravid spot, which most live bearers do have. I mean, all live bearers do have, and that sits basically underneath their abdomen. It's between their back fin, and it's just a little dark spot, and that's where the eggs are kept. So when a female is pregnant, this dark spot will get a lot more deep in color, and it'll also get a lot bigger, and the females will get much, much more plump, and they'll look like they're about to explode. Now that's when you know they're ready to give birth. So if the females will generally go and find a spot in the aquarium and give birth to live young. So because these are a live bearer, they don't give birth to eggs and let them hatch, they actually give birth to the fish straight away. So what will happen is she'll go and find a little spot in the aquarium, and she'll just give birth, and then she'll give birth to about, I think it's 5 to 50 fish at a time, so you can have a rapid explosion of population with these guys. But she'll give birth to about that many, and then caring for the fry is super easy. It's important that you have decorations in the aquarium because they will eat their fries. So I keep, obviously I keep all my decorations in here, like all the plants and stuff. This gives plenty of spaces for the fry to go and hide after they've been given after they're born. So there's two different things you can do when she gives birth. So one of the things you can do is you can just leave them in there and not stress them out and just let them give birth. And what this will do is it'll just make sure that the strongest fry survive and the weaker fry will get eaten by the other fish. And this is generally pretty good. I tend to do this more when I'm keeping fish just because I don't want any weak fry. But the other thing you can do is you can use breeder box, and you can basically separate these guys, and when the female's about to give birth, she'll have a squared off look, which I've talked about in previous videos, and that's how you know when she's ready to give birth. So what you'll do is you'll chuck her into the breeder box, and that will float, and what will happen is the breeder box has a grill, and she'll give birth and the fry will fall through to the bottom bit, and then you can separate the fry and grow them up separately. But growing the fry is pretty much the easiest thing you can do as well. You just chuck them in a tank, feed them once a day, just some crushed food, and they will thrive. These are super easy fish to take care of. If you're after a breeder box, they're available on my website. I've got a code down below in the description for you guys to use if you want to use that. Definitely recommend getting one of them because you can also use that to separate sick fish, which you hopefully don't get, but it's bound to happen if you're keeping a fish tank. So yeah, check that out. But that's pretty much it for keeping guppies. These are one of the best fish out there for beginners. If you're looking to get fish for your kids or something, these are awesome. They are super interactive and they just swim around all day. And giving birth, these guys having babies is super exciting too. I remember when I was 14, I used to have just tanks full of these fish because they just bred so much. And these are also a really good fish to breed for profit if you're trying to get a little bit of money to pay for some of the food in your aquariums or something else. But because if you get a pure strain of guppy, you can use that to, the pure strains of guppies can go from like $30 a pair to like, like $100 a pair. So if you can get those to breed, you can sell them for quite a bit. And yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already seen some of my content, I make lots of aquarium related information videos as well as entertaining ones. So please consider subscribing. We've been growing heaps lately, and yeah, I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys. If there's something you want to see as well, just like leave that in the description, in the comments below. I reply to all the comments and I read them all, so make sure you just do that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.